Hey guys, it's Ron again. I wanted to do another video on spirituality, and then go into meditation a little bit, and then I guess, yeah, wherever else my thoughts go from there. I was gonna put this up yesterday, but I ended up doing a video with my dad, so yeah, I didn't get around to doing this one. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start with the spirituality thing, and I can only speak from my experience and my point of view. So to me, in my opinion, I am very much so convinced that spirituality and realizing that you are a spiritual conscious being is the first step in discovering the key to this place, the key to this reality, the point of living. Like, yeah, it's this deep. I feel it this deep. I used to be the person that was absolutely disconnected from their heart and feeling, and from their mind and creativity. I did not know how to love anybody else. I didn't know how to even interact with anybody else. Really, looking back now, I did not know how to interact. I did not know how to speak. I did not know how to communicate. When things started to come together for me, it was the most reality-shattering thing I had ever experienced. It was the most profound thing I had ever experienced, because it's real life. Really, it is. It's nature. It's what you're made up of. It's you. It's real. It's not all these made up concepts of what reality is, like this whole money thing and career and all this other stuff. Like, we come here and all we're given is ourselves. All we're given is what we come here with, and all we leave with is what we come here with. We don't leave with our houses or our cars or all this, or all of our money that we're so stingily hoarding for whatever reason. And we don't leave with any of that stuff. All we leave with is ourselves and the lessons and experience that we gained while we were in this plane of physicality. For that being known for me, I look out and I'm like, why are things the way that they are? Like, things are really, really broken outside, out in the world, everywhere, globally, everywhere. Things are broken. And when I talk to people, or when I look through Facebook, or I see people posting and I see the stuff they're talking about, it has nothing to do with consciousness or spirituality or life or the suffering that goes on. Everyone has their own fake act on, everyone is just a slave to their own ego, especially the men. They have men twisted up to just tuck away all their feelings and not to feel them, and then not to ever express them to anybody. And then the women, they're cut off from their mind, from just thinking how, and a lot of them are. That's why a lot of people are depressed. Like, yeah, there's a reason to be depressed. There's people, this place is messed up. But no, a lot of women, they're cut off from their minds, and then they're just acting out what they think they should be doing in this life. You got a lot of women sexualizing themselves, and thinking that's the key to getting anywhere, is being some hot doll who has sex with people, or doesn't have sex with people, just flaunts your body. But not to call anyone stupid, but it's really stupid. It really is. And it all stems from everybody not knowing themselves. Because once you know yourself, you then know other. And you know how other works, because we're all the same thing, like I had said. And it's because we're not taught to know ourselves when we get here. We don't know our origins. We don't know how any of this really works. We're just going through it, going off of what we've been told, reacting and acting out these same repetitive patterns, which are destructive and not in line with nature at all. And really, all everyone is doing right now is killing themselves. These beliefs of death, beliefs of anything, really is what's causing sickness in people. And that's not to mention all the other toxins that are just normalized out there, that we're just intaking in the name of science, that have been proven to cause disease and damage to the body. Yeah, people they're just unaware of this stuff. There's so many distractions put out here for life. You know, race kids, they separate everything, they divide everything into these subjects and sub-subjects of ideas, and then you go play out a whole life role in them. You go spend 8 years listening to what people tell you in a school while you're slaving your life. Like, this system is just broken. It's not meant to benefit any of us. It's only meant to benefit the people who put it in place, or whatever put it in place. I don't know at this point, really, if it's something on a much larger, grander scale that put this system of suffering in place so that spirits and souls like us must come back or must come here and learn these lessons to learn here about yourself. I think we really are in a times of change, of big, grander things going on, like you see in that allegorical stories or biblical stories, like magical things happening. We are in those times because a magical change has happened for me, and if it can happen for me, of all people, as crazy as I was, and as locked down as I was, indoctrinated as I was, it can happen for everyone, and I'm convinced that's what's happening right now. So yeah, really, I think it's important for people to quickly start realizing that they are infinitely more than what they've been told, and to realize that there is, in fact, a creator, or God, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not religious in any way, shape, or form, but God is a term that I use frequently. But yes, it's important to really get inside yourself and know yourself, and to grasp yourself inside and out fully, what you are, how you work, how you tick. Really get to know yourself. It's a real thing. You know, it used to be a thing I would see a couple times. I'd hear a couple people talking about it, but I was too caught up in Ron world, trying to, you know, figure out what was going to happen in the future, or what I was going to do later, or, you know, just somewhere else, not right here, right now, in the present moment, experiencing the present moment. So the whole meditation part, I really, really, really recommend meditation for anyone. It is a very healthy, and for me, everyday thing, all the time thing. But to get started, yeah, really, even to get started, it'll work. But yeah, I would suggest, and I'm only saying this from a place that had I heard these words from me or from someone else, that this is what would have worked for me to at least get a glimpse of my spirit, if I was one of the people who didn't believe that there was a spirit or a soul or God or creator. I would suggest, really, putting the rest of your priorities for the day down. Put everything down, inside and out, from your mind. Just relax. I'd suggest going away from everyone else in a quiet, calm environment. And yeah, really closing your eyes and really just get into the mindset of, all right, I want to know myself. I want to know what there is to this, because something in life is off. I keep running into these same problems. I keep running into this. I keep feeling this way. So I want to figure this out so that I don't have to keep feeling like this, or keep doing this, or I just want to know, you know, because it's interesting, and really it is. It's the most interesting thing I could possibly imagine. But really, go inside yourself. And I will say that this is a passive, while also being an active thing you're doing, meditation. Go inside yourself and really just start thinking about anything. And once you realize that you're thinking, or that you're doing it, or that you're consciously aware of your consciousness at the moment, grasp onto that and hold on. Just see where it takes you. And I can't speak for anybody else, but yeah, hold on to it, see where it takes you, and you may cut yourself off. It's a process. I'm not gonna lie, it's a process, and I'm still going through it. And it may be scary for some, But I'm convinced it is absolutely necessary. I know for myself it is absolutely necessary for each individual to realize their sovereignness and their spirituality. For me, it answered so many of life's greatest questions. I'm no longer scared of death because I have myself, and I have my. It really taught me how to love myself. It taught me how to express myself. That's how I'm able to speak how I can now. I never used to be able to speak like this, in this way or form. And even still, yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, I was never able to speak like this until after I discovered myself, or however you want to put it, discovered my spirit, discovered my oneness with the universe, my knowing. And that's what it does. Is it turns all these beliefs of life and death and nature itself from a belief into a knowing. And then you realize that all this other fake stuff out here in the world is all just beliefs, and there's never a knowing it. That's not the path to take. We can all realize these same things, get onto the same page, and then all collectively change everything for the greater, to where no one has to suffer anymore. I got carried away on that one, but let me wrap this back around to the meditation part. Really, yeah, the meditation thing, yeah, and it's not going to just be a one-time thing. It's not going to be a whole, all right, let me just sit down real quick and, all right, nothing's coming to me, I'm going to go do something, I'm going to go hop on Facebook or hop on Fortnite. Nope, it's a really, put it down and be like, all right, I'm going to learn this, and until I learn something, to really get into that mindset, if I'm going to learn something, sit down and learn something about myself and about this reality. Because if you're not fully committed, you're not going to learn anything. You're just going to keep yourself shut off from yourself. You got to really look for it. You got to find it. And once you find it, you got to feel it. Feel it deeply. And honestly, I would take it as deep as you can, because that's where the most profound changes happen. That's where the most reality-shattering changes happen, and that's where the most knowledge is gained and wisdom is gained, is from taking it as deep as you can get it, and not going, whoa, that's a scary thing. This is a scary thing to think about. This doesn't match up with anything that's going on in the outside world. None of my friends are talking about this, not even my family. Yeah, things are really that broken. They really are. And seeing it and then going, whoa, I don't want to deal with that. I can't. I don't know what kind of effects that would have on your soul, your body, or anything really. So really, I would take it as deep as it goes. Because it may be scary for a minute, but you'll realize that it's only scary for a minute. It's only scary for a little bit. And you realize how to work yourself out of it. Really, it's admitting to yourself you had been lied to completely about reality itself, and all aspects of it. And you had been lied to about, well, we already know, the government, whoever you want to call them, the elites, the Illuminati, whoever you want to call them, that they've lied to us about so many different things. We can look up into the sky and see we're being sprayed. We know that our food is toxic. We know that our water is toxic. And we know that we don't have to be sucking the earth, this place we live on, dry of its like bodily fluids just to get energy. We know that energy's been provided all around us in our electromagnetic universe. It's been proven, and it's going on right now. These technologies are being used. So we know we're being lied to heavily, and it just gets deeper and deeper, and you just got to realize it so that we can all collectively get on the same page and change this place. Because until then, we're going to continue acting out these loops, these repetitive, destructive loops of chasing material. And when you chase material and you get all this money, you don't realize that, there's people, you're not fully considering the fact that you are playing a huge role in the suffering of others. All these rich CEOs and stuff, they don't realize that they are the cause, or they do realize, and they're just that dark soul, that dark energy. I don't know. I can't speak for them, really. I can't. But I do know that the potential for this change that happened to me, and this spiritual, this awakening, this level up, whatever you want to call it, that happened to me is possible in everyone, and can happen. Really, the possibility is there for it to happen overnight, and then things to start changing overnight. I guess my point is that right now is the time to really get started looking at things, because there is no other time other than right now. So what better time is there? What other time is there other than right now? And nature's going to continue doing what it's doing. These volcanoes, these eruptions, these hurricanes, whatever. It's gonna keep going. It's not waiting. So the time is right now, always. And I hope to help as many people get on the same page and realize that, before it might possibly be too late. I don't know. I don't want to think in a negative way like that, but I don't know what's happening here. But I do know that it's important for me to say these things to whoever may hear them, so that I have the peace inside that I did try and help in this place that I came up in, that I did try and help. Like, hey, something's wrong here. Something's broken. We need to fix things. And even if things don't fix or go the right way, or however it may go, even though I'm convinced that things are changing for the positive, no matter how negative they may look on the outside, I'm convinced. And I guess, yeah, that's all I really wanted to touch up on is in this video. I'm going to continue doing more videos. It's getting easier for me to speak, which is nice. Easier for me to look at the camera and all that. So it's nice. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a bit more clear and more understandable, if I'm not, to whoever's listening. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow.